Hello. Good morning. Let me get my. There I am. And it's going to. Why is it over there? There we go. Cool. Let me go ping the Discord. Can you guys hear me all right? Cool. Let's give it like 2 minutes for people to get on, and then we'll jump in and get started. Can you guys hear me all right? Is the audio okay? Hey, Hyper Banner. Someone wants to let me know in chat whether or not the audio is okay. It should be good, I'm thinking, but I'm unable to hear, so. Oh, I guess I can actually. You made the shell project? Awesome. Nice work. Why does your face cam look like a Rickroll video? I don't know, do I look like him? How's development going? It's going good. Today we're going to start doing some code gen. So probably start working on the CLI a little bit, start actually outputting some assembly, and then hopefully be able to like run some programs, which would be fantastic, I'm thinking. So yeah, I guess we can get started here. So sometimes I get a drink of water. Okay. For those of you who were here yesterday, we're basically type checking everything that we can lex and parse, right? So most of this discussion stuff, by the way, we can get rid of because we decided on most of this. Yeah, we don't need. package manager. Okay, yeah, we'll work on all that eventually. Core philosophies are basically the same, I guess, but I don't know. That's really important at this point. We kind of decided on the syntax. We kind of have this. Yeah, it's compiled. Good enums, associated values. Yeah, we got that. First class functions, we already have that pretty much. Yeah, we got that. Pattern matching. We're not actually supporting that yet, but we have syntax for it. But we're gonna have it. Algebraic data types, yeah. Although it's a little bit different. Yes. Labeled tuples, yes. We don't have unlabeled tuples. This, yes. Well, I don't know if I'd say it's by default, but it's definitely an option. Comp time eval, we don't have that. Typed errors, yes. The rest we don't have. This we sort of have. Alright, well anyway, there's that. So why do emojis make it like they smear around? Hello, just RJS, and hello, Subadera. It's going good. How are you? Alright, so just to catch up on that, and then okay, I started working on my own programming language today. Started with no idea what I'm doing, but figuring it out. Your streams have been so inspiring. That's so great, Atenji. Super glad to hear that. That's literally exactly what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing. Just kind of figuring it out. Well, okay, that's not quite fair. I have made lexers and parsers before, but I've never gone past that. So this whole type checker thing was totally new to me. You're also making your own programming language with your friend Hacktainment. Awesome. Lots of compiler devs out there. So yeah, we need like a whole new, we got a lexer and then it parses and then it checks. So we need like codegen, I guess. Yeah, let's make like a mod codegen. Codegen dot, sorry, there should be a, and then we'll add in here mod.rs. Cool. Your dissertation was on tokenization, so you're familiar with that whole part. Gotcha. But same as you, gotta figure out the rest. Totally. It's super fun though. I mean, I at least am having a lot of fun. Why can't you find this? There we go. Okay, now it's working. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I want to make a simple little CLI so we can actually run stuff. Wouldn't that be nice? So let's whip that up really quick. So make the Avengers of hobby languages. There's a, if you go in the Discord, there's a some of you probably know this, there's a whole project spaces section where you can make a post about your projects and chat about them on there. So you guys, yeah, feel free to make spaces for it. Yeah, that kind of already happened. Okay, so let's make a little CLI. So clap is pretty good, isn't it? I've never used clap, but I've heard good things about it. Any clap users out there? Clap or Rust? Can you send Discord link? It's in the description of this video or this stream. Just make sure if you're sending your own project, do it in the project spaces channel. Clap. It's a command line argument parser. Command line argument parser, which is why it's clap. Scop is very good. You recommend using derive. Like this derive thing? Derive parser? Gotcha. My only concern would be if it was like really bloated and would make it slower. But I imagine I mean, it's for a CLI app, so I'm sure they've thought about this stuff. So, the derive features from Clap. Gotcha. This looks pretty simple. Let's give it a shot. Go add clap and then derive features. Oops. Features like that. Are you kidding? It froze again? Okay, sorry. This has been happening once per stream, usually towards the beginning, and I have yet to figure out why. Yeah, you can hear me though, right? I'll fix it. 1 second. How's that? And then perfect. And then move this down to the bottom. Move it behind. Move this behind that, and then add this. Okay, that's been happening like one time most streams, and I have no idea why. Hopefully that's the only time. But can somebody confirm maybe that we're good now? I think we should be good. I installed clap. Yeah. So now I should be able to make like struct args. Is that what you do, kind of? And then we're good. Cool. And then okay, so then you derive parser. Use clap parser. And then wait, how does this work? Sample. This is my example. Wasn't there samples here? Wait, so it's like command. Oh, here we go. Version. Wait. Let's try this. Does your language include modules like that? Yeah, it's similar. It's the syntax is different, but it's something like that. Wait, command version. And then what is this? Like name. Alright, let's try this. Short, long, and then name, string. So now it already says a name. Let's try this. So is the long like the dash dash count and the short would be like dash C? Is that kind of how it works? Tutorial. Oh, this is way better. Here we go. This is where the documentation was hiding. Okay. Here's a preview of the type of application you can make. Custom config file. Okay. Apologize for not being here yesterday, as I was still trying to find countries. Gotcha. I've got a Madagascar and Estonia. Awesome. Those are good ones. All right, so this seems like to be the hello world, right? So let's try this. And now if I like cargo build, if I lovely now, the following required arguments were not provided. Ooh, that's very nice. If I dash dash help, uses you lovely dash dash two. Oh, cool. So if I do dash dash one, if I do dash dash version, this is my app 1.0. Is that the default? Oh, it's because I set it up here. So this is lovely 0.1. Point oh. Very nice. Oh, the version of name is otherwise obtained from cargo. Oh, so you can get rid of this? And you're saying it'll be obtained from cargo? But you need to specify that, I think. Ooh, how do you specify that? Oh, command. Oh, like this? Oh, just like this. Just do this. And version. Maybe not name, but version. There you go. It's lovely 0.1.0. Although that is lowercase. I kind of like the name equals lovely. We can do that. The version should be pulled in from cargo. That makes sense. I guess I can, put all these in one place. No? Well, that is kind of ugly. Yeah, maybe we keep those separate. I'm gonna make a where's a good place I can put this? Local bin, that'll be good. I'm gonna make a what command here for oops. This will just stash will cargo build and copy target debug lovely into what was it? Local bin. So now if I just stash what? Oh, bullet doesn't exist. There is cargo install. How do you cargo install a local? Is that a thing? If I just cargo install from here? Yeah. No way. And now I have lovely. Oh, who knew? Who knew? That's super cool. All right, so there's that. So now we have lovely. And then, I can say lovely dash dash version. Very nice. What's this like about thing? Or does that help? Gotcha. Alright, this seems pretty basic. Lovely. Yeah, what do I want my commands to be? Lovely compile. So is there a way with? I'm sure there's a way with. Yeah, clap supports subcommands. That's what I want is subcommands. I think I saw something about that subcommand. Oh, just like this. Oh, very nice. Okay, so so we don't actually need any of these. We just want this. So command is an option. Actually, we don't really want this to be an option. And then we have to derive this, right? So what? Wait. There we go. Yeah, thank you. You can use enum for all commands. That's really cool. Okay, so then I'll have like compile. And then you just give it a path, maybe? This needs to have a drive thing, doesn't it? Short, long. So now if I okay, so now I can like match on a command here, and I'll say like let's try that. Wow, clap is really good. We're gonna get a star. Rust clap. Very good. Shoink. Lovely. Compile. Do I have a... Alright, so let's make a oh, you can omit the short and long? Like that? Like that. Hey, Jose. Yeah, we're making the CLI so that we can actually run once we start codegenning in a second. Can I do like compile? Hell, oh sweet. Compile path. Oh, perfect. So if I do like lovely compile, what do I have here? Lovely compile. Next up. Sweet. So that works. Obviously, it's not doing anything, but the CLI is good. Very nice. So then, yeah, clap is really good. I'm impressed. Thoroughly impressed. All right, that should give me enough to go off of. So then, what is this thing going to actually do? Let's make something. All right, let's make our goal for today, like a nice file we want to compile. Let me make like an examples. Maybe. Let's add. The only problem we really have, it's not no standard compatible, which really does not matter. For this situation, doesn't really matter. But yeah. What would be an example? Let's just make a test thing. So like, what do we want to run? Let's say. By the way, guys, do you think lovely files should just like execute from the top down, or should they have some sort of concept of a main? What do you think? Like, you need some concept of an entry point. I guess we haven't even really decided how like a project works, or like a crate, or whatever they're going to be called, a package. I also don't have any way of printing to standard out yet. Main or equivalent. I also kind of like main. So I need some sort of like print function. I don't even have strings. Okay, so I guess I'll just print 8. Well, let's just not do a print yet. Okay, so we'll do hello, Machalwa. The parsing needs to change. Why does the parsing need to change? Because it can parse a main function. And does a main function return the exit code? Oops, that's not how this works. Well, because global expressions / statements are currently allowed. Yeah. What's wrong with allowing them though? Is there something wrong with allowing them? Like, I could have something here. Right? And then just have it to start calling, and I can reference X in here and just have it start calling this. Isn't that fine? I feel like that's fine, isn't it? Yes, but you could also write the entire program outside of main and that would parse. It would parse, but it wouldn't run. Like, the whole thing about main is just that that's where the program starts running. I think that makes sense, doesn't it? Because main is going to translate into, like, I guess, like, start and assembly, right? Doesn't that kind of make sense? I feel like it does. Let's just make an example real quick. So if I have X is 8 and Y is 4, I'm going to do X plus Y. So main returns the exit code, which should be 12. So basically what we're looking for is an exit code when we execute this program of 12. Which brings me to my next point, is that ultimately I want to run this on Humble, which doesn't exist yet. And I need to make some syscalls to do any sort of interactivity, right? Like if I want to write standard out, if I want to, change the exit code, I need to make some syscalls. So I need to be building for a target. Ideally one as similar to Humble as I can get, right? So probably x86-64 Linux or something. Currently the parsing is like Python where execution starts from the top and nothing is restricting global variables to const expressions. Yeah, makes sense. I just think of it like a container where it display everything, no, unless you didn't put components in the main container. It'll parse, yeah, it's like Python in that it'll parse everything up here, or like JavaScript or Swift or something. It'll parse all this, but it won't run it. Like there's a difference there, right? So I don't quite get what you're saying. But I'm probably just not understanding. In my mind, this is totally fine. If I want to say this, X is 8 up here, and then do this is fine. Execution starts right here, is what I'm saying. We could even make this be the example. If you have something like a print function, you could call that outside of main currently. Like here. What would that do? Okay, fair point, fair point. So what if we went like a Swifty JavaScripty approach or something where we just execute from the top down on some like main .lovely file, and then you don't need that. Although I do like I like having main functions. Yeah, without something like main, it might make it more difficult. Okay, I do want to have main. So what's the desired behavior here? Do we want this just to be not allowed? This should be allowed though. Yeah, technically the parser doesn't need to restrict global expressions. Well, this is a global expression too, right? And this should be allowed though. I think, right? So okay, for now, how about we just ignore them? And we'll just start executing stuff in here. Well, no, wouldn't this be fine if we just hello, if your language is compatible to exe or in Linux, is there a method to compile your code for exporting like modules or importing, or will you code that? I'm not sure I totally understand what you mean. Could you maybe clarify a little bit? Look, can't we just say this is fine? This will get parsed. This will get type checked. Make sure make sure everything's good. Or this just won't get called because it just starts executing in here, right? But I could do something like, you know, foo gets bound to that print function, and then foo gets called in here, and that's fine, right? So these get run as in like the variables get defined, but that happens in the type check. Well, that happens in the okay. Oh, good point. Okay, wait. So because would we be reserving? Hmm. All right. For now, I'll just say whatever. We're just only gonna run whatever happens in the main function. Well, that's not a very good solution, is it? So what should I do? This should be allowed, correct? Declaring constants. Right? But the result of a function call. So I meant constants should be allowed. But what about constants that their value is the result of a function call? Like do something. This should be disallowed too. Defining constants outside main is fine, but as any executable statement should need to be expressed. Suppressed, okay. All right, that makes sense. So we can that should be a fairly simple restriction to make in the parser, right? So what are the things we do allowed? We literally only allow constant variable declarations. And then on the right side here, we only allow like literals. Is that correct? Is there anything else we'd want to allow? Like we don't allow anything like this. That's bad. So just constant. Yeah, we can do that. Let's do that. Constant expressions or functions. Oh yeah, or functions. Or type definitions. We don't even support type definitions yet though. So it'd be constant. Well, no, but functions are constant expressions. Okay, so we allow, here's what we allow. We allow constant definitions, so constant variable declarations where the R value is either a literal or a function expression. Is that correct? Because this could be a thing, you know? That's fine. Okay, that's cool. So with that said, let's make our test be this. We'll say xb12. We'll say get x is a function that returns an int that returns x. This is going to return get x. Actually, it's going to say y is 3. And then it's going to return get x minus y. So what we're hoping for here is exit code of 9. Does this seem like a good goal for today to try to get this to run? You could also allow mutable globals, but that is bad for multi-threading. I don't want mutable globals. I feel like that would be bad, but I could be wrong. We'll just disallow it for now. So I think this looks good, right? Anybody got any problem with this example? I feel like it's a good example. So, yeah, let's do this. Mutable globals are cool. I'm not sure. So, okay, in the parser, we need to somehow disallow this. We'll make a new kind of error. That'll be like illegal global expression. And it'll hold on to an expression, I guess. Or an expression kind, maybe. Wait, what's an expression look like? It's pretty much just an expression kind. Okay, yeah. So this will just hold on to an expression kind. Expression kind needs to be cloned. Oh, now all these need to be cloned. How about that? What are mutable globals? Mutable globals would be like if Rust let you do something like let mut foo equal 9 here, right? You can't do this on a global level. Make sure every constant's names are uppercase. Ooh, I'm not sure about that. I don't think so. I think this is fine. You can do a static mut at global level, but using it requires unsafe. Gotcha. I didn't know that. That's interesting. So at the parser level, we now have this new illegal global expression. So we're also gonna have to hold on to a piece of state now, right? That knows whether or not we're inside main. Yeah. All right, like inside main. Because then whether this is set or not, so it starts as false. Oops. Inside main starts as false. And basically, new subscriber, awesome. Should be inside function or something. Oh, good point, because we can allow all sorts of stuff inside functions. Okay, so inside function. Inside function, that's cool. And then we have parse function expression, right? And then once we've all right, once we're in here, once we've eaten this colon, then we're inside of a function. So we say self.inside function equals true. And then once we get out of it, then we'll say self.inside function equals false. How about that? And then in parse expression, we're just going to check what our result is, right? All right, so we need to match expr.kind. So what ones are allowed? So, okay, what about just like literals at the top level? I mean, those are harmless enough, but pointless at the same time. So we'll probably just disallow those, right? So like this would be error, error. Illegal global expression. Expert.kind. And that's the same for most of these. You could add an isConst function to expression kind that checks this recursively. Ooh, that's not a bad idea. Like in here. Impl expression kind is const. It takes self, right? And it will return a bool. And then we just match on self. All right, and then over here in this guy, no, this here, yeah, we can get rid of this and say if expert.kind.is, how do you make that thing pub? Is const, return, or we'll do okay expert. Else error illegal global expression expert.kind. Although I'm wondering if this should really hold on to an entire expression so that it gets the span. Cool. So then, so I guess we can allow these because this is constant, right? So this is fine. True. Same for I do that in here, and then I don't have to do any of this. Okay, so if it's unit or a bool literal or an int literal or an ident, right? What? Oh, I need to do that. Right? There we go. Okay. That's all fine. Block expressions. It would be expressions dot, what is it, like some, any, yes, any, e dot kind, or no, it'd be all, right? Yeah, all expression, wait, what did I call it? Expr dot kind dot is const. Right, so a block expression is constant if all of its sub-expressions are constants. I don't think you can use prefix. Well, man, I guess you can. I don't know. There's no reason you really can't. If the expression is const, that's fine. Infix, if the left and right both are, that's fine. Ref and star are not const, maybe. Yeah, that makes sense. But we don't even have those yet, so it's okay. It says the address is unknown. Gotcha. A variable decal. Okay, so variable decal is where it gets a little bit hairy, right? So, if it's not mutable and the value is const, right? So if it's immutable and it's assigned to a constant value, then well, that's it, right? Parameters. All right, so functions are always constant, right? Functions are fine. True. So we can even just add this case up here. Function calls are always disallowed, correct? Oops. A function can return a pointer, no? Yeah, that's fine. But just functions, we're not allowing function calls, so it's fine. A function can contain whatever it wants because it's not going to get called. What would be the appropriate name for this programming language? The appropriate name, I don't know, but the name is lovely. Lovely, like that. Cool, so that's pretty slick. I like that. And then yeah, so this is nice. All right, so that should make us good. And then our example here, this is test. Cool. So over in our CLI then, where's our CLI? This guy, right? So I'll make this guy, I guess we'll just take a path, which is like a string. Is that what path is here? Yeah. We'll just compile the path. Down here, yeah, I guess we can do this. Cool. So if I, what was it? Cargo install it, and then cargo our lovely compile examples test, right? Was our thing. Cool. Okay, so that's working. And then I'm gonna switch to the yoga ball. Oh dear. Okay. All right, so we're compiling. So first thing we need to do, we need to get a hold of a parser, right? Because we don't need a lexer because the parser does that for us. Okay, so we'll say AST equals parser create, what is it? Create parser. Where's my parser? Why can't I make a parser? Is it because I have this lib thing? Oh, maybe I should get rid of this lib and move all this over into here. Yeah. Okay, try this. Get rid of that. All right, now we should be able to oh wait, I need to read it. This is where I like to let Copilot do this. Let file source that's fine. And then wait, what? Oh. And then it's not an error. So we'll unwrap it. Checked equal checker new check program AST. And now we have a check program. Unwrap that as well. Oh, no, this is different because this just sticks all the type errors in the, because now checked AST has nothing on it because I didn't make any of it public, I guess. Checker. So this should have scopes. It should be pub, and pub for sure. Clear scope doesn't need to be pub. Okay. Now checked AST has. Wait, what? Oh wait. Oh, those things live on the checker. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so checker. Which means this thing needs to be mine. So now their checker has all these things on it. Very interesting. Can we just like debug the check program and maybe debug the checker dot type errors? So now let's try that. Oops. What was that warning? Oh, we emit too loud. Dead code. Wait, does that need a bang? What does the bang do? Bang makes it work, obviously. Okay. And then panic. Illegal global expression. Infix. Why is that thing global? That's interesting. So I forgot to check. If it is const, it's fine. Or self dot inside the function. No? And now install it again. Not yet implemented. What's not yet implemented? This is literally the only to-do in the entire thing. I don't think I would have hit this. Look up type? What? Oh, what? Function types. Function types? Hi, Tez. Wait, why is it looking up a function type? Why am I bopping up and down? Because I'm sitting on a yoga ball, and it's really fun. Hey, Artwork Studios. Why in the world is it looking up a function type? We're looking up int. Also you can do cargo run -- args instead of cargo install and lovely args. Oh, yes, this is true. But something about me dislikes having it look like it's actually gonna look. I don't know why. But why is it getting to this branch? Why in the world? Try the tried and true spam print line. Yeah, that's what I'm about to do. But what would I even print line? Type ID. What is this checking? It'd be T. Oh, I get it. I got it. I figured it out. This is looping through all of the so this should just return false for now, right? Because right now you can't define a function type, so it should just always return false because that's never going to be your answer. So that makes sense. All right, see Artwork Studio. So that should do the trick. Sweet, that did work. Okay, so we get a type checked thing here. That appears to be good, and then with no type errors. I'm curious what it would look like if I did have type errors. What could I do that would make this be a type error? If I said this thing returned, you know, a bool. Then, oh, I unwrapped it. Type mismatch. Wait, where am I unwrapping that? Am I unwrapping in here? Oh, I am. Check it out. Oh, so I need to put these things into... Gotcha. Yeah. You recommend using accept instead of unwraps? Yeah. It is better, isn't it? But wait, so this is a little bit funny. When I'm checking an expression, right, it bails with a type error if it fails. It bails if it fails. So so I'm gonna say this. Let checked expressions, checked expers be an empty vec. I'm outputting native assembly. Yep, not LLVM. And then for exper in program.0. Yeah. Then we have expressions. Let res equals self dot check expression exper none. This gives us a result. We will match this. If it's an OK, then we say we stick it in our thing. Otherwise, we say self.type errors.push error. And then we don't need to do this. We just return a checked program. like that. All right, now I should stick stuff in our yeah. So it tries to check as much as it can, but you get type errors. So we have two type errors. One if you have a type mismatch, expected something as something else. Another one we have a variable not found, get x. Variable not found, get x, because it bailed on the. Yeah, so there's probably some work to do on these type errors, making them a little better, but overall it's working out all right. So LLVM is more optimized, it's the best, but native assembly gives more control. The compiler, yeah. If we want to do the compiler to be fast, we can get rid of some code's parts. So yeah, that's good, that works. Let's now start. Well, make this not have a type error in it anymore. So this returns an int. And now it should compile with no type errors. Very nice. And then over here, we need to now codegen. Okay, so we're gonna say so this command should have an output thing, right? Make it optional. Does it have like a default? Is there a default? Hi, what are we doing right now? Hey, Stefan. We're making this is like the CLI for it, and we're about to do codegen, so like generating it as them. But first, I'm just making it so it can actually run things. So it takes an output. This should take an output. Output path. That's good. And then I'm going to say there's default value and default missing value t, and you can use both at the same time. Oh, gotcha. I think I can just fill it in down here. That'll be fine. So let output asm equal test. Okay, so here's our assembly. We just need to write this to a file. So we will that might be fine. And then write it. And then we'll print. Cool, so let's do that. We never use our check program, that's all right. And then if I lovely it, wrote output to output.asm. So now we have output.asm, which just has this test. Perfect. So now we're generating assembly, folks. And then the documentation of the arg struct has all the functions you can call in the arg. Oh, gotcha. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'll probably check that out once I make this a little more sophisticated, but for now this will be all right. And then, yeah, now it's just a matter of code genning stuff. So this is where it gets really complicated really fast. I'm going to make a new thing here called, oh, I already did. So I'll make like a, I don't know. I could literally just make like a function that's like codegen. And it takes a checked program, which is a checker checked program. Probably reference to one. And returns a string. Return. There we go. This is pub. That's all right. You may need to consider sections. You mean like assembly sections? So let's start using our real function now. So we have a checked program here. We're gonna say let output ASM equal codegen checked program. Oh yeah. Codegen ASM. And we don't need to be. Where am I printing all this stuff? Or debugging it? Aren't I? Here. Wrote output to output. Output.asm now has codegen to asm. Awesome. So our codegen guy is working here. Now we just need to take this guy and make assembly out of it. Like text data, row data, yeah. BSS, zero filled, gotcha. Yep. Are we working on assembly generation? We are. We literally just started. Right now we just have a comment. We just got the CLI in place so we can actually do it. So, oh, the other cool thing that should work, I should be able to do this. -o examples test.asm. And it works there too. Wow, what a nice CLI we have. So I can get rid of that. For me, even though it's complicated as function code generation, yep, we'll get to all this fun stuff. So maybe I should start with a simpler example because this is sort of intense. What if I just did all right, what do we know we're gonna have? So I'll say like let lines equal vec new. Vec of string. And then lines.push. It might be better if we did this. Lines.push. And then return lines.join. Like that. It's lovely. Except for our first thing should be, oh, isn't there like some environment variable that's like, how do you get your current create version in Rust? I did this once. Oops. Here we go. Like this. Okay. Oops. So we'll do that over in main. So now we have this version, which in theory is, what is this? End of the macro. Okay. This version. Wow, look, it even knows what it is. That's crazy. 0.1. You need real strings. Oh, for codegen. Okay. And then Clippy's mad. That's all right. So then I'm going to say format that, exactly that. No, I don't need this. Okay. Boom. Generated by lovely 0.1.0. How nice. Load 4 bytes and clear or sign extend the fourth or something? Wait, what do you mean by that? All right, so now we're just gonna loop through, I guess, our checked program expressions. Oh, you're answering Cappy his answer question. Okay. Okay. This is interesting. This is interesting. So I've done this a little bit before. And my instinct is telling me that we're going to want a simpler problem here. Like, what if... Well, we're probably going to want to declare global start, right? And then... for expert in checked program dot. What's on a checked program? Oh dear. Happy now? Okay. Expers. We now have an expression that we can match on. All this stuff you need. Okay, expert dot data. So it can be all these different things. This is horrible. Shrink. Oops. Oops. There's a that. Okay, and then This gets really interesting. Okay. So this would probably be pulled out into a function called like codegen expression, right? Shoink. Or actually, suggest you don't output NASM text directly as you traverse the tree. Instead, use a struct that holds, say, label operation source and destination, then pass this to a final output routine. What do you guys think? Is that a good idea? That routine can then add the ASM code. More importantly, it can do people opt. What's that? For variable declarations, you need to know if it is global. Good point. Yep. So I'll have some sort of like flags that can be passed around, I guess. All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna run, get some more water, and be right back. How do I pause this? Oh yeah. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about the wait. Okay, we got some things in here. Um, So you guys are suggesting I make some sort of like intermediate representation is what you're saying, right? So like something that represents pretty close, like it's pretty close to just what ASM would be, but um, just so I don't have to deal with like strings so much. Like how close to ASM would it be like? Sure, I'm down for that. It sounds kind of fun. What about what's a line of assembly called? An operation? A command? What is it called? I'm gonna make asm.rs. Enum operation. So it can be like mauve. Destination. Like this, is this kind of what you're talking about? Destination would probably be like a register or something. Okay, let's do something like that, but I'll just hold off for a minute until we've made something, and then we'll do that. So I'll say like type assembly. Oh, instruction, is that what it is? So this actually should return some assembly. And then have pub or impl instruction like that, basically. Okay. And then we'll also have it on O. Like that. There, how's that? The output routine being basically this, right? Oh, you can do display instead. I'll just name it like toASM. ASM toASM. Okay. So what did I change my example to? I'm just gonna work until I get this. No, okay, this got too complicated. So I'm gonna make this simpler. I'm gonna just literally make this be 3. So what is this gonna do? This is just going to hopefully output 3 to in the exit code, right? Okay. How I'm gonna run this assembly is a good question. I have some thoughts though. So yeah, switch all these to that. Okay, that looks a lot cleaner. Now we basically just have to fill these in, and that's the entire thing. Hello, true code. What's my theme? This is Everforest. So the first thing is going to run into is that, right? So what happens if I do that and then I not yet implemented. Which one is it running into? Just fill these in. Variable. Oh yeah, because it's a variable decal. Okay. All right, folks. So how do you store a function? So we're doing variable decal. Okay. So what do we have in here? We have all that kind of good stuff. So this thing needs to be stored on. We're not doing heap allocation yet, so everything's on the stack, correct? So I should probably just write this assembly out myself first and try to get it to run. No? Whoa, that was interesting. All right, let's try to handwrite this assembly and see if we can get it to work, right? So we know since it's main, we want it to output like a global start, right? I haven't written any assembly in a while. We're gonna have like a start label that will basically, this ends up being like our main function, right? So I guess there's maybe an exception for main in that we don't really, because it's not ever going to be called by anything else, you know? So maybe we could get away without worrying about function stuff yet, because the main is kind of different. So then for 3, although we should simplify this further by doing it this way. Enter and leave instructions are useful. What? I'm getting a lot of different so what's the exit syscall? It's 60, right? And then three. It's basically this that we want to do. Alright, here's the problem is I literally don't even have a way to run this because I'm not on the right architecture. So we need to do something about that. You might need extern start too for the linker to find it. Okay. I feel like I used to do it without the extern, but all right, so here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking my uncle did this once and I thought it was a cool idea. I want to execute x64. I should create backends for all architectures. Yeah, that's kind of a lot of work. It should run even on Mac. Don't Macs have a built-in x86-64 emulator? Yeah, they do, but you have to change syscalls and a few other things too. We could try that. The alternative is we set up a little, like a DigitalOcean VM or something, running x64 Linux. We make a simple little API where we can send off some assembly, and it runs it and sends us back the like output and the exit code, which doesn't sound too hard to put together. Which of those two options? Let's do a poll. The reason I'm hesitant to try to make it this run on Mac is that like it's still not native, right? It has to go through the step of like the emulator, right? And so it wouldn't be quite as cool. Like ultimately, if I make a Mac backend, I'll do it with ARM, you know? So what do you guys think? Or all right, there's your poll. So I definitely want to start with it's not native either way. Wait, why wouldn't it be native on Linux? Saba bugs. If I ran this on x86-64 Linux, it'd be native, no? Well, unless I got like a real droplet. But yeah, it'd still be less pain. I think I'll do the Linux thing. So this is gonna be a little chunk of work, but that's all right. Here's my thought. I get a DigitalOcean droplet. Nobody look. Hold on. Let me do this over here. Doo-doo. Sign in with GitHub. Okay. I make a droplet. So I already have a project here. Should I just use this project? Or no, let's just make a new project. Okay. This is a lovely. Enter description. Okay, so the purpose is it's service or API. No. All right, so here we have lovely. Shoink. Now I want to make a droplet. Droplets. Create droplet. And New York is closest to me of all these. Okay, that's fine. That's good. x64. Yeah, shared. What's the cheapest one? Regular. $4 a month. That's what I'm talking about. And then I don't need a backup plan. SSH is good. I'll use that one. I already have one. Okay. This is free? Sure. One droplet. This is foreign NASM execution. What about QEMU? Wait, how did it work with QEMU? How would I do that with QEMU? This is ARM assembly. Oh my goodness. If I had had this blog post a month ago, this would have saved me so much grief. You can use QEMU to load Linux OS. Does anybody know how to do that? Take the os.iso file and run it with QEMU. Simple. So you're telling me just go download Linux and then run it with QEMU? I don't even understand how QEMU really works. What Linux distro should I get? Arch, by the way. All right, let's download Arch Linux. Arch Linux, download. Oh yeah, I do have UTM. Check it out. Look at me. Except for this is running ARM Debian, so that's no good. We should power off. Showing. So show you, this is how UTM is a little bit different, isn't it? How does I'm on an Apple Silicon Mac and I want to run x64 NASM on Linux. What would be the best way to do that with a VM? Hey Redstone. UTM. This says to use UTM. Gallery. Here we go, x64. They don't have very good x64 options. Can I just download my own and open it? This is like the only good one. All right, so let's just like download Arch. Download Arch. This is already the download page. Official virtual machine images? Is that what I want? Where's the Doom port of Lovely? Not quite here yet. VM. Images. What do you guys know about these? These are all x64. VirtualBox, Basic, Cloud Img, libvirt. I used the basic one with QEMU. Okay. There's like 4 basic ones. We got a QCow2, QTow2 SHA, SIG, SHA with no SIG, and this without SIG. What's the difference? Anybody know? This one's a lot bigger than the other two. Or the other three, no? Those are the signatures and hashes. So what one should I do? This one? Shoink. The bigger file is the actual file. Oh, okay. All right, it's downloading. Oh dear. Come on, come on, come on. Cool, so now I can say I use Arch, by the way. So here's a QCow. My Arch Linux QCow. Oh wait, you guys can't see this monitor. Here we go. Here's my Arch Linux QCow. Sitting on my desktop. Very nice. Now what do I do with it? I have to do something with QEMU. Ghosty. Use QEMU. Okay, so I have QEMU. Can I just like point it at that? Hey, booting Arch Linux. Press any key to continue. I pressed a key. Hey, kernel panic. That's fantastic. Please reboot your computer. Okay. Control, Option G gives me my mouse back. You sit over there. So what does that mean? Can I quit that and try again? What am I supposed to do here? Welcome to Grub. Grub is loading. And then it opens like another window. It's a little bit bigger. I didn't really have much time to do anything there. I need to create a disk. The disk is already created. The VM does not have enough memory. How do I give it more memory? Personally use I need some clear directions here. Where do I do your little -m thing? Oh, you mean in here? Like here? -m before the file. Right here. -m. And then how many gigabytes I want to give it? Will I get these back? Can I just give it like 10? Is that good? How many does it need? 10 gigabytes. Surely it'll be happy with 10 gigabytes. Let's try that. Ooh, this is promising. This is much better already. Oh, it got bigger again. Welcome to Arch Linux. Sweet. That's all there is to it. Stuff is happening. Stuff is happening. Now I have to log in. Como que log in? Wait, what do I say? Like my little username or something? Kaya JH. Boop. Password? Am I make a password? And no password, I think. Oh, username Arch and no password. Maybe password Arch. Oh, then I already messed up. Can I quit? Help. Just enter. Joink. Okay, so Arch and no password. Or Arch and Arch. Oh yeah. Check it out, folks. Oops. That's not what I wanted. Hang on, come back. Shoink, shoink, shoink. Okay. So I'm in here. I'm running Arch. And what do you suggest I do? Like, I don't have access from in here to my files on my system. Isn't this sort of a problem? Like, ultimately, I want to run some assembly files. And how can I make this, like, scale bigger? It's kind of small. Try doing that. I think that's the magical incantation for Max. All right, I'll try your magical incantation. Joink. Except for this becomes, gives you the best experience with more cores thrown at it. Gotcha, thank you. Appreciate that. So it's like desktop, you can install and use Git and Cargo in Arch. Did you tell me I just developed the rest of this thing in Arch? Okay, so desktop, what was it? It was like Arch. I'm not getting, hang on 1 second. I got a lot of junk on my desktop, don't I? Hold on. Ta-da! Okay, this guy. Shoink. So then try Stefan's incantation. Oops. That was close. Okay, and then you put this here. Wait. Clipboard history. This guy. Like that. And then you jump over here and get rid of that. And what was it? X80. Oh, QEMU system X8664 or something? Uh-oh. I got an extra tilde. What do you mean there's no... Oh, because I need to do this. It's definitely there. Maybe I have to go like... Wait. Why is that not working? Shoink. Absolute path, maybe? Yeah, okay. Invalid accelerator. Fair enough. Am I even using the right? Yeah. Well, the path is working now, but this accelerator is wrong, apparently. This thing. Then remove that machine thing. All this, like that. It's loading. Shoink. Try to see what accelerator is supported. QEMU system, Excel help. QEMU system x86 64 dash Excel help. Like this. Why is it like TCG? That's all I got. Oh, whoops, I accidentally quit my thing here. My bad. You put a link in the Discord for sharing folder host. That'd be like sharing folders between my Mac and this Arch thing. Might as well get a screenshot while I'm... Oh, never mind. All right, now we go Arch and Arch. Okay, I'm in. So now what do I do again? Oh, you're arc angle. Gotcha. Maybe check mount MNT or devices. There's all sorts of goodies in here. There's nothing in MNT. So what are you suggesting I do with this now that I have it? Install Git, Rust, and NASM. So just do everything from in here. This is even smaller than it was before. I think does this maybe this like display default? All right, here he goes. Ready? Sudo pacman -big syu. Yeah, git. Oh wait. You wouldn't want to run this thing as a daily driver. Wait, so you think I should install QEMU? I think I do have QEMU from wait, can I make like a new window here so I don't blow that all away? Yeah, it's from Homebrew. We got a link. This thing. This is from 2020. Is this before they switched? Shouldn't really matter. Okay. Should I try this? Nine 9.2. Would you miss? You joined late. We're trying to get a Linux VM going so that I can execute x64 assembly. So we have that. Okay, so this makes a 20 gigabyte image. I'm probably, yeah, 20 gig. I can give 20 gigs. Does that seem normal? Is this thing still sitting on my desktop? I should probably kill this other process. Okay. Is that something I have? Okay. Create -f qcow to except I have this arch thing. Shoink. needs a size parameter. Oh yeah, so then you do 20 gigs. I already have a disk, so I don't need to do this. But this looks the same, doesn't it? He's got a QCow, and I've got a QCow. So that did something. Did that do anything? Like, where is he getting this ISO? So where is my ISO? Do I not have an ISO? You downloaded it? I downloaded this thing, a QCow. Should I download an ISO instead? Oh, so QCow is a virtual hard drive. So I need to re-download the QCow because I just reformatted it. Is that what you're saying? Okay, so get rid of this thing. And then go get my new QCow. Where did I get that QCow? Here we go. I went in here, and then I went in here. And this was my QCow right here. So now QCow is downloading. And while we wait for that, okay. So now I shouldn't have. Perfect. QCow is on his way. I don't need an ISO. Okay. Shoink. Okay, so now we have a bona fide QCow. Here he is. And now, so you're saying I don't need to do this. I just skip this? But I do this? But then this guy's using like this with an ISO thing. I don't have that. So I just leave off this command? I got lots of questions. Try it without that. Okay, so we're gonna try this. QEMU system x86 dash machine type equals Q35 Excel equals HVF, right? Except we already tried that, it didn't work. Didn't we? Don't I not have HVF? SMP2? HDA, oob. Oh wait, no, I don't have Ubuntu. It'd be my Arch guy. Hey. Oh dear. This guy. Shoink. Take this guy. Put him in here. Okay, thank you. And then this becomes this right here. We get rid of this entire step. And then, wait, that didn't do it. We get rid of the step. Yeah, as soon as I get this dialed in, I'll put it inside of something. SMP means you gave it 2 cores. Oh, gotcha. Okay, so 2 cores. Let's give it more than 4 gigs of memory. How about 10? And then, well, I don't know about all this USB stuff, but it's probably okay. Cursor on sounds good. QCOW2. Oh, did I miss a line? Oh yeah, I did. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Doink. So yeah, that's our problem. What was that, like, QEMU? This thing? I only have TCG. So should I try TCG right here? Joink. Something's happening. It's welcome me to Grub. It's booting Arch Linux. Ooh, it's going fast. Login is Arch. Password is Arch. And I'm in. Also, if you use no graphics, it'll redirect the console directly to your terminal. Oh, that sounds way better. Doesn't that sound way better? We should try that. Wait, I just go dash no graphics. Like, oh dear. Why, I don't need a desktop environment. No graphics is an invalid option. Yeah, it's not working for me. Thoughts? Dash no graphics? Dash no graphic. Is that what you meant? Oh, sweet. Okay, something's happening. Nothing's happening. It definitely didn't take this long to load before. Also, how do I quit this thing? Uh, help. uh, what'll happen if I just close this terminal? Terminal shot. Okay, so maybe we don't do the no graphics stance because that kind of caused some grief. How did I have it? Because before it made the window bigger. I wonder if that was the display default. Oh, sorry, chat froze. I didn't see your last messages. It's stuck in grub because grub is expecting keyboard input. You need to configure it so it doesn't, I think. Let me Google. Okay, yeah, let me know what we find out. Okay, this is exactly the same. So back to how it was. So here's my question. Any changes I make in this? How any changes I make, like if I install cargo and or if I install Rust and whatnot, will that like persist to disk, or does it get like wiped every time I reboot this thing? Anybody know the answer to that? Excuse me. Okay, so here I am. It will persist on that hard drive. Oh, cool. Try it and see. Yeah, so if I like touch foo, I have foo. This thing doesn't come with Vim, does it? What does it come with? Okay. Okay, so foo says lorem, and if I quit and boot it again, after it goes through the whole long boot process, you're saying foo and lorem should still be there? I think it comes with ED, single line text editor. Don't use it. Okay. Sure enough, foo is still. Oh, wait. Guys, foo used to say lorem. Foo used to say lorem. And now it doesn't say anything. Look, I echo lorem into foo. And now if I cat foo, it says lorem. So foo definitely has lorem in it. But then if I reboot, lorem's not there. Is there something I do to like save this? Did I do a proper shutdown? No, not at all. How do I do a proper shutdown? I just like control C'd it over here. Shutdown. Uh-oh, sudo. It scheduled it for sometime in the future. That's in like a minute. Shut down now. Boink. Whoa, that was cool. So now I can do this again. Oh, it worked. Hooray. Foo was restored. This is very nice. Very, very nice. High quality, high quality. So this is obviously going to be a miserable development experience though, no? How can I make this nicer? For one thing, can I make this display bigger? Dash VGA VirtIO, that's what I'm doing, but I can't resize it. Um, oh, view, zoom to fit. Oh, but it's just kind of like blowing it up, which I guess is fine. So if I do this, that's pretty cool. Looks like I'm actually using Arch. This is very nice. Except how do I get out of that thing? Shoink. So it's better probably if I just do that. There we go. Okay. So I could get on board with this. I need, okay, so I don't have git. I don't even have which. All right, so where do you get git? Pacman? How does Pacman work? Pacman install git with Pacman arch. How to install git? Pacman -syu. What? Why the -syu? Oh, this updates. Joink. So this entire UI is all in the VGA buffer, isn't it? How fun. I've always wanted to be an Arch user. Yes. Who are these people? David, Frederick, Tobias, Jelly, Jan, and Andreas, and Christian? Do you guys know these people? That's corrupted? Yeah, sure, delete it. It's also corrupted? Sure, delete it. I guess. Is this why they make dash yes? Why is everything corrupted? They're maintainers? Oh, gotcha. Errors occurred. So that didn't go very well. Is there like a dash yes? Oh, I'm already doing dash yes. Your signature's messed up? They're maintainers. Gotcha. You think you have to run pacman -key -init? Let's try that. Pacman -key -init. Okay. Now we try this thing again. Ivy, are you a hairstylist? Tell me to elevate my perms. Maybe. Let's go into the whole delete dance again. Yep, that didn't fix it. Pacman -s arch linux -keyring. Nope. Oh, I can't pass that to here. Pacman -sy. This is what we did before. Ugh. Um. What happens if I just do this? We got some new people, Antonio, Leonidas, and a different Christian. Errors occurred. I still don't have a Git. Oh dear. Oh dear, dear, dear. Don't all you guys like use Arch all day long? How does this work? What was that other? Remove, etc. Pacman -d/gnu pg. This guy? Okay, I did it. And then pacman key in it. And then try this. You do use Arch, but your system is so stable you barely have to touch a lot of these. Fair enough, fair enough. Okay, we're gonna import Jelly and David and Frederick and Tobias and Jan and Andreas and Christian. Yeah, I think this is working better than it did last time. And then it makes me delete all these files. Nope. How do you check what version of Arch Linux you're running? Oh, they do like a rolling release, don't they? 6.14. You should run find var cache pacman package space iname quote star dot part star no quote dash delete. Like that? Okay. And then this pacman dash sy space dash needed Arch Linux dash keyring and and pacman, nope, there's no K, pacman dash su. Oh, dash dash needed. We are basically an army of Googlers for you. Yep, literally. I don't know, guys. This isn't working. Ugh. Sudo dash I. Schwank. Okay. Nope. No can do. You need to have valid signatures to download valid signatures. That seems like a problem. How to set up Arch Linux. Is dub get? Nope. Curl is. How about something here? Oh wait, no. Never mind. This is the operating system that you guys live in? This is crazy. You guys are nuts. But at the same time, it is tempting. Oh, so I'm in root. So cd here. Where is this? Cd home. There I am. Here's Sue. I don't know about that, Ivy. Aren't there like Linux distros that are a little bit easier for noobs than Linux? I mean, than Arch? Sudo pacman -sc. Okay. Um. Okay, I did your command Saba. And now what? Now do I try my Ubuntu server? Now rerun. Keyring. Nope. Well, what do you think, guys? What about my DigitalOcean droplet API idea? Because we're not having much luck with this. At least we still have foo. One more idea. Okay. If this doesn't work, I think I'm gonna try the droplet idea. You need to edit. Does that mean I have to use that little ed thing? Oh wait, I don't even have that. How do I edit files if I don't have Vim? I don't have Nano? Hey, Jerp. Cat Etsy pacman.conf. Sig level is what you want me to change? It's optional, trust. Kevin says maybe Pacman key. Should I try that? Pac. Why do you have a K here? Isn't it VI? No, VI is not installed. Try Kevin's idea first. Pacman key dash dash init. Okay. And then pacman key dash dash populate Arch Linux. This is the most promising thing we've seen. Yeah, look, it's actually green. Is this supposed to take a while? Oh. Stuff is happening. Oh boy. Okay. So that did something. And now what do I do? Do I try try installing something or try updating? What is it? SYU? This? This updates? Or just SY Vim? Let's try Vim. Vim. Um. Oh, sweet. Yes. Okay, wait. And this updates things. Hey, shout out to Kevin. That was great. All right. So now we're doing it. How am I liking Arch so far? Oh man, it's just so easy to get started, and the UI is just beautiful, and everything about it has just been a joy. Really a polished product. Beginner friendly. I mean, what more could you want in an operating system? So this looks like it's working because it's doing different stuff from before. Okay, some no graphic stuff. Sure, we might try that. Although this might be fine. Good grief, this takes a long time. 9 out of 14, 10 out of 14, 11 out of 14. Arch is by far the best distro you've used. It's a hassle getting started, but when you get it going, it's so nice. Cool. I still feel like one day I'm going to switch to Linux. One day. One day when I'm not working on native Mac apps, because I kind of need like Xcode and stuff to do that, which is really annoying because Xcode is horrible. But yeah, one day when I'm free from that, I'm probably gonna switch to Linux. I was looking at a framework laptops. They even have this new desktop thing. It's pretty cool. And then there's also System 76, right? Just start with messing with Linux yourself for the first time? Cool. Hey, while we're in here, I'm gonna get a thumbnail. There's our thumbnail. Perfect. You're using Kali. What is Kali Linux? This thing? Penetration testing distribution? Whoa, these are really squishy buttons. Look at this. Squish, squish. Only downside you have with Arch is the fear of breaking it. Since you're the only Linux user at the company you work at, for which everything is very Microsofty. Gotcha. Oh, it did it. Sweet, we saw Vim. Awesome. So now we need like Git, no? So what do we do? How do I install Vim? Like this, so probably the same thing for Git. Yes. And now I have Git. Sweet, okay. And then Rust up probably. What is it? Super Pac-Man Rust up. This one might take a second. Oh, no, it didn't. So then how do I... You should probably authorize Git. Yeah, I got all sorts of stuff to do here. So now, get rid of foo. So we can clone down Lovely. So let me first make a new guy here. Okay. Do that. And then gotta go walk the dog. May catch you later if you're still streaming. Good luck. Thank you so much. So let's like, wait, how do I authorize Git? What's my and how, is there any way to, I can't make it so I can paste from my system clipboard into this thing, is there? Because that's kind of annoying. Where's my Lovely? GitHub auth. Machine? Like up here? Set clipboard to bidirectional. Well, it's alright. I don't have much to do yet. So like git clone .com:/lovely.git Yes. Um, yeah, try HTTPS. Cool. This is fantastic. Just like our ancestors used to do it. Okay, so we have examples, output test.asm. Okay, so we need NASM. Yeah, so where's my Pac-Man, this guy? NASM. And what's the command? It's like NASM, was it -F, x60? What was it? Oh, L-Totos, L64. If you have your NeoVim config on Git, you can get that set up on the VM2. Yes, except for it uses like nerd fonts and stuff, which I can't have in a VGA buffer, right? So I need to get a desktop environment, wouldn't I? Oh, sweet. And then, wait, do I have LD? Oh, yeah, sweet. So LD. Zero. What was I expecting it to do? Oh, it's supposed to be RDI. Hold on a minute. What's going on here? I think this is supposed to be RDI, isn't it? RDI. And now try this. Oh yeah. And then we can do :big E to open the Explorer. Unsure how that would work with the nerd fonts. You could install a DE. I mean, my more hassle than it's worth if you're going to develop in the. Yeah, it depends. I could develop in the virtual machine. I mean, that would certainly make things easier. Right, because this is going to be kind of miserable if I have to do this a lot. Don't develop in the virtual machine. What if I got it all like set up with a desktop environment and everything? That'd be nice. Doesn't sound like a good idea. Just set up SSH. Okay. You can SSH into a local VM. Well, SSH would be really slow too, right? Cool. Well, for now, we'll just work with this. So it is working. Okay. So now we have a means of kind of like git pull. So now we can just pull changes in here and run them. So that's not all that bad. Well, yeah, we could super copy, or we could just yeah, just git pull, and then we're good. So all right, how long have I been going, by the way? 3 hours and 20 minutes. What do I have going on today? All right, I gotta check my calendar real quick. 1 second. Where's my calendar? Move this guy over here and this guy over here. Okay. All right, how about this? I'm gonna stop streaming for now, because I haven't eaten lunch and I'm kind of hungry. But I will likely do another stream later today, probably pretty soon. So I'll let you guys know in the Discord what I end up deciding. But for now, I'm gonna stop the stream here. So I should what? I should shut down now, and this should save everything I have, right? Shwink. Cool. So yeah, might do. I'd say there's a 60% chance I'll do another stream later. I'll keep you guys posted in the Discord. But for now, this will be it. Can you also check out the pull request for Humble? Oh yeah, I should check that out, shouldn't I? Yeah, I'll definitely put that on my to-do list. But all right, yeah, good timing, Jerp. Thanks everybody for all the help. Might be back later today, might not. We'll see. Until then, toodles.